That's what you meant. Oh God. I would have
Especially
preferred
after
love.
this episode.
Yeah, I would have preferred. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind.
But Raul couldn't make it, so I had that prepared for him because we all know Raul's the real, true gooner.
Let's close there. We're good. We're good.
So he's not
See,
here.
see, Raul, this is what happens. You can't defend yourself if you're not here, man.
Let's just say he's the reason why Zootopia made it to 1.5 billion in the box office.
Not the furries.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! But what do you guys? Before we, today we're here to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, the new episodes, the Culling game. But before we get there, let's just do like a 2-minute catch up. Michelle, how you been?
I have been good. I have been on my training arc, my winter training arc still,
There you go.
getting ready for cons. We've got some coming up in the spring, and I've been watching a lot of Star Wars. I'm actually building a Star Wars nativity scene. I've always wanted to do this. So
Awesome.
I have a 3D printed stable and I've been collecting figures here and there and I have a
Ah,
vision. So in the next coming months until the next holiday season, I hope to have this baby ready.
dang. That's nice.
Nice. I,
Nice.
I love when I hear people being into Star Wars. So really, really proud of you there.
Wait, question, but you're doing minifigs or just like regular figures of some
I'm
sort?
doing I've been doing the figures, so they're like about like 3.75 inches
Okay,
tall.
fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so
Nice. That's a good size
mhm.
for that nativity scene.
I
That's
think
awesome.
so
Yeah,
too.
oh yeah. That's good. That's exciting. I want to see the final product for sure.
I'll send out like progress pics.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, definitely want to see those. Ramon, what about you? Anything creative like Michelle?
I mean, no, I've been still since November obsessively buying comics left and right. I think it came out of depression of being unemployed, and it was like, what do I do when I don't have any money? Oh wait, let's spend some money, but on a credit card. And no, I mean, you know what? It is kind of weird. I think it was kind of like, like that whole idea of like being a little down, a little depressed from just like not working and stuff like that. And then yeah, credit cards, whatever. You can pay them later. And I started collecting, buying some issues that I've been wanting to like buy for a while. And I think that opened the floodgates. And November, December, you have a lot of deals through these comic book shops
Hmm.
and stuff. And the next thing you know, I ended up with a little bit more than I knew what to do. And I don't know. I've built up some collections that I really liked, and then some other things that are like, I gotta sell these. So I eventually open up a little eBay shop to get rid of some of those like extra issues that I bought. But it's been great though. I've gotten a lot of good like covers that I've been like searching for a while. So that part alone, like if I had enough wall space, like it'd be crazy. So, but I'll be
Very
posting them little by
cool.
little, showing people off. Being like, I'm proud to show some of them.
Nice, nice. I think for me, I recently got into collecting the One Piece card game, which kind of
Ooh.
it sucks, man. I feel like I'm always joining like late in the game where like now everybody's collecting them, so it's become impossible to find them.
Mm.
So it's like I'm so annoyed because I've gone to Walmart and Target so many times, so many different Walmarts, so many different Targets, and like I cannot get lucky. So it's like, man, it's just like I almost feel like just maybe giving up on it and just letting it, get back to normal. But it's just like right now I feel like I am hunting for the One Piece because man, those cards are really impossible to find right now.
And it's tough, man. We talked about it briefly, like just how like that whole game is just rough because not necessarily the scalpers, but yeah, you have people out there that are like don't have a job or at least that's what they do for a living currently. So then they
Hmm.
can be there like first thing when these stores open and kind of buy all that stuff up. So I mean, you have to be a little aggressive about it, but it's always fun.
Yeah, I really like opening the packs, man. So anytime that I buy something where it's like, damn, maybe I shouldn't open this, it really bothers me because, I know that something could be worth $40, and maybe the moment I open it, I don't get anything good. It's back to maybe only worth $5. So it's like the mystery of what could be in there. It really keeps the value up on it. But it freaking sucks. I love opening like packs. It's so
Yeah,
addicting to opening like packs and seeing what you're gonna get.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
true.
Yeah. Um, but no, I mean, again, I promise that we would get kind of quick right into it. But let's talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. We can talk about. I believe this is the fourth episode that aired this
Yep.
Fourth.
past week. Just because they released two episodes at once.
Hmm.
But Michelle, you just came back from watching the latest episode. I think that's what motivated me to really like talk about JJK today because I'm like, damn, the king is back. Honestly, after like that episode, like the first two episodes, they didn't really do it for me, but this last one, man, I was like, holy moly! Like, let me bow down to
Uh,
the one great anime.
I was like, "Mommy is back."
yeah. Miss
Oh
Toji
man.
2.0.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Michelle, I mean, wherever you want to start, if you want to start from the latest episode or just, from the first couple episodes, you tell me or,
Sure. Well,
start the
yeah.
conversation.
I actually went to go see the movie when it came out
That's
in what was that,
right.
in November or December? I don't
Mhm.
remember anymore. Probably December. I had seen it, so I mean, I was really hyped. It was really cool to kind of see what was to come because they showed the first two episodes when we watched that. And I went with my friends, so like we liked it. I do remember that I was a little gosh, like I did not understand the Culling games when I watched it in theaters because first of all, we watched it in Japanese and they show like a ton of text in like
Oh
3 seconds and you're like trying to read like the subtitles and trying to read this. So it took me a little bit to kind of like do my own research and then kind of like through these other episodes like 3 and 4, more so 3, to kind of like understand the gist of like what's happening, and I think it's really cool. It almost gives me like Hunger Games kind of
yeah.
vibes in a sense, so I was, and
Yep.
I really
Yep.
like the Hunger Games as well.
Yeah.
So I just think it's really cool, but I really like that we saw Utah come back.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
was one of
Yep.
my favorites, so it was amazing, and I've been waiting for his return. Maki 2.0, like
Hell yeah.
I was so ready. As an aspiring muscle mommy, like she's my idol.
Hell yeah.
And then just all these other new characters that I knew we were going to get introduced to and all of that. So I think between the episodes, because I had seen 1 and 2, it was all right. 3 kind of gave me a good understanding of all the games and all of that stuff. And then this one, the latest one, was
Yeah.
badass. It was so cool, and there were so many little references to like Kill Bill
Oh yeah.
that, and I
Yep.
really liked that movie. That I was just like, oh my god, like 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. Like
Yeah.
the animation, the fight scenes, like it just reminded me of how much I like Jujutsu Kaisen for this very reason.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I think I kind of messaged Ramon to like check out the new episode, and I was like, Ramon, not a joke. This is like a 20 out of 10, 100 out of 10. And he texted me after he was done with it, saying like, dude, that was truly great. And I think what impressed me about the episode is the episode was like they did so much extra stuff that they didn't have to do it. Like they could cut half of whatever like they did to this episode, and it still would have been a great episode. But the fact that they just went like that extra mile, man,
Hmm.
it's like I want to be in that room when they were thinking about like how to make this episode. 'Cause it's like, dude, like so much creativeness and work, and I can see so much stuff went into this one only episode, and I get it. People have been thirsting for Maki or Supreme Maki or Toji 2.0, whatever you guys want to call it. So it's like I get it that maybe it's because of that hype and people have been looking forward to this. It's like that's why they did it. But it's like, dude, this episode might be the episode that I rewatch whenever I'm feeling down. Because before this episode, it used to be the episode where Sukuna was fighting Mahara. That was like the episode where like I would go back to and see like crazy
Oh yeah.
animation. But now this episode replaced that episode. So it's like shit, dude. Like this is
Yeah.
now my new favorite episode from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, I like just like a lot of the background stuff that's going on too, because yeah, aside from Maki being a freaking badass and that whole thing, like let's think about what's happening with like the Zenin clan, right? Like the elder
Hmm.
has died. Like technically, that Megumi is like supposed to be like the next in, like not the next in line, but he
He's
is like
ahead.
he's the rightful head. And I forget the name of the dude who's actually running it at that time.
Naoya.
Yeah, and he's just
Yeah.
kind of like whatever, like I'm the
Yeah.
best, nothing's gonna happen, and then just through like Maki showing up at the Sending like clan house and just being like, hey, the head guy told me, like you already know that their plan kind of like came together in that way, because Fushiguro was like, oh, I don't want it, but in a sense like it makes the most sense to like take it over, get the cursed tools, and then from there, like, or the cursed weapons, and then from there, it's like you can actually stand a chance against your fight and all this stuff. But yeah, I think that moment of just her walking into there and just being like, oh, I
Hmm.
got orders. This is like what I can do, and she was just never gonna be stopped. Um, but I think for me, besides that, like the whole thing with her mom and all that too was like pretty. I mean, her parents were like pretty crazy. Like that was another thing that I didn't expect. That I saw some
Hmm.
badassery going. I thought she was gonna like wipe a bunch of dudes, but that I didn't expect. So that's a great episode, man.
She has a
Yeah.
really good story and like her backstory and all of that from what we'd gathered. So for her to have this moment to just, they always regarded her as the black sheep of the family. Like it almost reminded me of Mulan, and they're like, you
Oh
brought
yeah,
dishonor to our family because you can't see like cursed energy. And she was
yeah,
just kind of like, it was like a big F you to her family, like forever doubting her and just treating her like terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
even
saw.
the yeah.
No, I just saw comparisons where they were saying like her and Itachi, like both of them had to eliminate the clan, and it's like, damn,
Hmm.
I kind of wish in Naruto maybe they had kind of shown a little bit more of why the Uiha
Yeah.
needed to go, just because maybe they were, like plotting things in the background and like kind of do really really bad things that would have been like, oh yeah, like Itachi definitely made the right move, but it's like, yeah, like dude, for sure they did not do a good job at like showing anybody that was kind of worth saving from that clan. Even though I hear the one guy that could paralyzed her with those evil eyes, like I hear that he was like the only good one that maybe she should have spared, but I think he's also gone. At least that's my impression from like after that fight was over. But I heard he was also like a good person.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it seemed like anyone survived. I don't know. I just thought the coldest moment was
Yeah,
still with like the dad, man. Like the dad, and basically after he took out freaking what's the name, Mai, the sister, and
yeah,
just said the coldness of you guys always been my burden and like my stain in my life, and I'm just like, god damn, like I can't imagine being that type
Right.
of parent. And I get in this like system of like you're in the clan, and then you want these special kids with special powers, but like this is what Maki was all about. It's just to basically come prove herself. And I again, not that I thought she was gonna die midway through the episode, but yeah, when she had her little revival after Mai died, and
Oh,
that scene of like basically and it kind of like I know it's not how it really worked, but just explaining how like Mai was born with the freaking the cursed energy, right? Or she had the ability to, and then Maki didn't. But then once you remove Mai off the equation, then it's like Maki becomes a whole by that omission. And also
right.
so it's like she just misses her so much, or she's like in that void that she becomes so strong, or is it really something about the cursed energy is no longer her sister, so now she naturally gets it? Like it's like it's cool. It's like
Yeah.
the whole
yeah.
thing with that is just it's like badass. And fighting for your dead sibling is has to be crazy in these sense. So
No, I thought it was cool when the dad was like, "I haven't felt fear like this since like so long ago," and
oh
it was because of clearly
his
it was like
brother.
Toji. It's like, damn, dude, it's just like that's so
Hmm.
insane. That one other guy that she fought it towards the end that like did that move, the missile fist, that it was like a bunch of fists going to the ground. I guess
Oh,
that's his brother.
all the other dudes. Yeah.
No, no, that's
Toji's brothers.
Toji's brother, his brother. No, like his one brother, like that's his
Oh wow.
brother.
Oh okay. Yeah.
So it's like, damn, like so it's like all these guys have like really cool backstories, it seems, but like we really didn't get to know them, and clearly they're gone now. So it's like,
Right.
why waste the time? But like they all look freaking cool. So it's like now I don't get to like really know them unless I go out of my way to look for history about them.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, that would have been cool to know like that was Toji's brother, because he also looked like a badass, kind of like a wild guy. It's just I don't know, like you just didn't know what his next move was gonna be.
And
No.
then, like all the men in the Zenin clan just look they just seem very like misogynistic. So it was just something super sweet
Yeah.
about like a woman completely just annihilating one of the strongest clans in this world.
Absolutely.
And like what I was telling Carlos, because we were the whole idea of that they kept on mentioning, well, towards the end mentioning like Toji, and the whole idea of like kind of her resembling Toji now in a sense, like
Hmm.
that's even the best part too, because like to this point Toji's like you're just like, oh my god, bow to that man. Like that's just the one out of especially the Zenin clan, but like he was a prime example of not needing the cursed energy and be a badass, be beyond like godly in a sense. And then now she's
Yeah,
basically like right below that. And I was telling Carlos, I'm like, so is she as good as him? Or obviously not, because like he's older and he's got
better.
more experience. Yeah, yeah. But I'm
I
like,
hated him.
but the potential is there though, right? Because she's like absolutely better heart, and in a sense, like she's still young. So like, can you
Hmm.
imagine of her like a few more like, and not again, I don't know, I don't read the manga, but like just imagining the possibilities of her training and keep going through all these like the calling games and the rest of the super nut stuff, and then just being like badass, like beyond Toji. Like that would be crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How about your guys' thoughts on the actual Culling game from what you've
Ah,
So
understood?
So, I think I mentioned this, but I read the manga. Even in the manga, the calling game was like, what? Like, this is so confusing.
We
Um,
have to
pre-
stop and reread.
I think what people should really get from the calling game is it's like you said, Michelle, it kind of reminds you of like the Hunger Games. And then what I kind of can, the one rule that kind of like, I'm focusing on is the fact that if they whoever makes 100 points can change the rules of the calling game. So that's like the one
Mhm.
rule I keep focusing on. It's like, all right, they're gonna go to these zones. They're gonna want to make their own rules. In order to make those rules, you got to score 100 points. So by the only way to score 100 points is either to like kill people, so you can score those goals. So it's like that's what I'm kind of focusing on from the calling game, because the calling game again, it's so confusing.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say that I understood everything because at least I was watching it at home, so I could rewind every once in a while to read up
Yeah.
some of that stuff. But I think even just with the idea of the entirety of the games, I kind of like not gave up. I'm like, I'll understand this later, like once it starts.
Mhm.
I think I would actually be more willing to like look up the rules like online and be like, actually, okay, cool, now I get it. But I think just the excitement of them going through this like trials and tribulations of like of a game going on between this like crazy thing that's about to happen with like
Mhm.
Yeah.
basically double the whole
Well,
plot of the, the
well, I
arc.
Well,
think
all it's like because
yeah.
Kenjaku wants to create this like new world with just
Using
sorcerers.
Tengen,
Eh,
right? What's the name? Yeah.
Yeah, like how I understood it is like he wants this new world where it's just people with only like that are sorcerers. Like I don't think just regular people like non-sorcerers would exist. Um and like everything that he kind of did about like, awakening certain or giving people like the ability to like have the ability to be, I guess, sorcerers or like see cursed energy and all of that. Once he like sealed Gojo and did like that idol transfiguration,
Yeah.
I think like all of this is just to kind of like weed out because again, he's trying to build this perfect world with newly evolved humans. It's like kind of weed out your weak links. So then you're kind of just left with the best of the best.
Yeah.
What did you think about the reveal that he was Itadori's like I guess mom at the time?
Mom.
Wild. I mean, like I was kind of spoiled on that a little bit, like on the internet. So it there's certain things with like Jujutsu Kaisen I've been spoiled on that
Yeah.
weren't like surprises to me. But when I first found out, I was like, what? Like
I,
I could not like I couldn't wrap my head around it and I was like, why?
I saw somebody say like, "Damn, he's so committed to the game that he was taking back shots."
I know, but my thing is like, did Yuji's dad know? Because the grandpa kept warning him and he was like
I,
it almost sounded like she had died and then just came back and
And
then
yeah.
the
this
dad was like, "Yeah, my wife."
I feel like if I can talk myself into believing that by let's say like she was in an accident and either she went into a coma or
Uh-huh.
something, and then next she wakes up and you're just so happy that like your wife is back, that you're willing to ignore that the fact that maybe she is a little bit different, maybe because of the accident. Obviously, we don't know any of that. It's just me making it up, but it's just
Yeah.
like yeah, if there was maybe like an accident that happened. That's why he's so happy that she's like around, even though her personality might be a little different. But it's just like
It has like
that's
a scar on her forehead.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
well, how many animes or even like movies and stuff have you seen where like they want to resurrect their loved one because they just can't bear to
Yeah.
be without them, and it's like, okay, cool, you're gonna have a zombie wife. Yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, go for it. But yeah, I mean,
I
so maybe just kind of being like that down. I mean, not down, but that just that devastated
It's
and
like
kind
that
of crushed that
grief, right?
bond. Yeah, that
Like,
grave.
yeah.
Do
But
everything to have them back, and yeah.
I still need a little more explanation. Like, so did he need? And I'm gonna get a little bit, graphic here. Did he need like the dad's sperm to give birth to Itadori? Because then Itadori has like some kind of like the dad has some kind of leaning, like some line in his past, like people that like what
I've
was the
heard there is something about his dad's lineage.
yeah, okay, that's what I need to know. Like, is he the one or is the mom the one? Could the
I
mom
thought
have got pregnant by anybody? I guess.
I thought you were
No,
wondering about if he was like went full term with him because if he was in her body, like he's having the
Oh,
baby, because if the mom really is dead, like he's having the baby himself too. Like I don't know. a weird attachment
Kenjaku
towards it.
is
Yeah,
weird.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This
What do you
man
mean though?
was
Because if the
truly
mother was
committed with his
Committed,
world
man.
order.
the mother freaking
Committed.
full term 9 months with freaking Midori, because she
Well,
really wants that. And what's the
yeah.
ties with Sukuna and him then? Because like that's another thing that kind of came up like in glimpses of like supposedly that him and Sukuna have like ties then from like a Dowson or whatever years
Kenjaku?
ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They mentioned
yeah.
that a few times.
They're
So
around from the same time. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, man. Like so many. I mean, I guess like the first two episodes did drop a lot of stuff to like especially the second one, where they go talk to Tengen because Tengen does drops like a lot of stuff that
Hmm.
I'm like, damn, what? Like, like again, like it's an episode that I'm waiting. Like, I clearly, I didn't mind listening, reading it in subtitles, but maybe when I hear it in English, like people talking in English,
Hmm.
maybe it'll make more sense to me. I just plan on rewatching this shit like three more times,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like the whole thing. So it's just like, no matter what, at a certain point, like it's gonna get me, like what's
I mean,
happening.
like, I understood that, like, Tengen, because, when they killed, what was that girl's name?
Oh, the spirit,
The
the
Star
the
Vessel.
Star
Oh
Vessel,
yeah.
yeah.
Start with an R. Rico.
It's
Rika.
Rico,
not
something like that.
Rika, but it's
No.
something with an R.
Mm.
Um, yeah, because she died and he never got to like get into his new
Assimilate or
body,
whatever. Yeah.
assimilate into his new body. When Toji killed her, like that changed him. Where eventually he kind of also was
Wow.
forced to evolve into a different form. So instead of him needing to, I guess, like reincarnate or integrate or whatever the term they use is with a person who's like special, like the star plasma vessel or
Yeah.
whatever, he can really, I guess, do that with any human, which
Yeah.
is what makes it dangerous now.
Yeah.
Because I think if it happens to one, it almost seems like a hive mind where collectively
Yeah.
everyone is like kind of tied. Because he said, like, which I guess was part of Kenjaku's plan, right? And he's like, now I'm in this state. And if this happens, if there's just one person who I guess is bad or evil or, has bad intentions, that everybody will also kind of be the same way. Because again, now they're all
Yeah.
interconnected. And because him being Tengen and this, I don't know exactly what he is, like a deity, some being, but whatever, like he can, I guess, like he is like all of humanity in a sense now,
Yeah.
or one with all of humanity. I almost
Yeah.
think of like trees, like roots, how like it's just like this like interconnected like
Yeah.
system. That's what makes it dangerous.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess it reminds me of like the other plot from other things, like well, Naruto, right? You have freaking
Yeah.
Madara trying to put everyone into the infinite Tsukuyomi, which
Hmm.
similar in a sense, where like you want everybody to be like a hive mind in a sense, even though like and it's bittersweet, and that's what I kind of like. I'd always side with the villains a little bit because you got to think of where they're coming from. Because with Madara, it was like, oh, he wants everybody to live in this world of like, they have their perfect life and what they want to do. But yes, of course, what he's doing is fucked up. Evangelion too, freaking Shinji's dad or whatever has the same idea of the freaking what's the human experimentality project or whatever, where he wants
Yeah.
to melt everybody and like basically make them into a giant consciousness. Like what's up with these guys? Always that's their go to. It's like, oh, let's make everyone the same. Like, well, what benefit do you get? Which in Evangelion it was kind of cool because he was trying to reconnect with the mom in a sense. Like that's why he wanted to melt everybody in, just for himself to be with the mom. But it's like I don't know. It's I like these themes of like a greater, like I said, their greater plot is to basically include everybody in this like mess of oh, I'm gonna make you all the same mind, or I'm gonna put you into this imprisonment, and like nobody wants that. Like it sounds
Hmm.
nice to the villains, but like the real good guys don't want that. Like not at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the reason why he's doing the Culling games too is because then, like you were saying, Michelle, like at the end of it, he's hoping that that gets rid of like all evil spirits, right? Like that's the end goal for him. Like
It,
once everybody like people stop releasing cursed energy, then there is no more evil spirits, right?
that's how I've understood it, because
Yeah.
only humans can produce curses. And if you don't have humans, it's kind of like what Geto was contemplating when he was
Yes,
younger.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's basically that, where he's just like, would we live in a perfect world if
There was no.
humans didn't exist and we only had sorcerers? Because then we wouldn't have cursed energy, and then sorcerers aren't like putting their lives on the line essentially because
Yeah.
they kind of were just that's all like their life was. If you were born as a sorcerer, like you really had no choice but to fight these, but also like you can die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
No.
kind of life is that? I mean,
Well,
even Nanami contemplated that too, because it really messed him up how his one classmate was such a good guy, and didn't. He's like, this person deserves to live, and we're so young, and he died, and that really messed him up.
yeah, no. There's like gonna be so much stuff coming up. Like, Michelle, before you came on board, me and Ramon and Raul used to do like weekly breakdown of each episode of
Okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Kind of miss this. Kind of reminds me of that. So maybe instead of like waiting like for the whole season to be over, if like it keeps going like this, like in a good way, like crazy, we should maybe like just get together 30 minutes, talk about the new episodes. I do want to mention Utah because you mentioned to me, Cho, and I just want to
Hmm.
remind everybody that's never heard this, but Utah was supposed to be the main character of
Hmm.
Yeah.
JJK before the creator decided to switch it up and introduce
Hmm.
it to Dory. So yes, Utah 100% belongs here. I've been waiting for him ever since Jujutsu Kaisen Zero to like. For his badass him to be around, and like now he's just such a badass man that I really want to see him take on somebody at his level and see what he can
Hmm.
really do. Especially because he keeps getting compared to Gojo. So I'm like, let me see that Gojo
Yeah.
level fighting,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
And it's like I think obviously again not a manga reader, so I don't know what was gonna happen anyways. But I figured obviously he was gonna kill Itadori right away. But
yeah.
like I mean him
I was
definitely coming.
worried.
Yeah, I know. Definitely him showing up and then knowing that he's been tasked to
They
basically
got
take
me
him
good.
out. And then when Rika comes out and like is hugging Itadori and Itadori's like he didn't even know what he was dealing with and when I mean if you know the story of Utah and Rika, it's just like
Hmm.
dude, it's so nuts and yeah, you just know that's a guy that you just don't fuck with. And so, yeah, I mean, at the same time, isn't he getting like sidelined too? Kind of in a sense, he's staying to defend Tengen. Is that what I heard? Is that what he's doing?
He's not.
He's not. Okay, so he's gonna go join the
Choso
Culling Games.
and Yuki
Oh
are.
yeah, that's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's
Yeah,
gonna go kind of solo on the Culling game so
start
he can
somewhere else. Yeah.
start, yeah, he can
He's gonna
start
be
building
collecting the
his
100 points. Yeah,
that's what his task is, but he's gonna go far away so he doesn't run into any of them or
Yeah,
Megumi's sister that
that's
yeah.
right.
he's
That's
also
right.
trying to get
And,
out of there.
and I think Rukia is his partner, the whatever spirit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Rukia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rika.
Rika, that's what it is. Rika. Damn, these are yeah.
yeah,
But that's
Um,
not technically the Rika we know from like
it's
the
confusing,
movie.
right? Yeah, it's
I
not,
think
but it
this is
is.
just I how I understood it is that this is just almost like a physical manifestation of his cursed energy, but it's no longer like Rika, the cursed spirit, because he let her go.
Yeah, yeah.
This is almost just like a, I don't know, just again a manifestation, and he chose to still make it look like Rika.
No, trust me. When I read the manga and then saw the movie and then saw that she came back, I was very confused as to like
Hmm.
why she's like still around. So like what you just said maybe makes more sense than anything because yeah, like she technically is gone, but then
Yeah.
it's technically still around. So it's kind of it gets confusing a little.
So how would she have that much power? I mean, I still thought it was her somehow that she like came back, or at least is kind of like a free agent, even though she
Hmm.
loves them and stuff like that. But like the idea that like she's there when she wants to, and not necessarily like needs to be there, like
Yeah,
doesn't
I
need to
think
be cursed
it's
energy. Like I don't know.
yeah, like it's his own cursed energy.
Yeah,
But
that's
he
crazy
just
though.
chose to manipulate his cursed energy to still kind of
Yeah.
look like
Oh.
or create this like Rika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, well, I think the scary part about her is that from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero that Geto's whole thing is like if I can absorb her, that'll put me above where he would be cocky enough to like take on like Soul Society or not Soul Society, that's Bleach, take on Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
Society. So it's just kind of like that's probably how powerful or how much spiritual, not pressure, spirit that person
you're,
has.
you're
I'm confused.
confusing your
I'm
atoms, your
yeah.
cursed energy.
I know it's freaking Bleach is in my head. It's so funny. There's a character named Lisa in Bleach that looks just like Maki before she got the haircut and burned. So it's just like look her up because you'll see the
Oh.
similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean, yeah, no, like, yeah, the whole thing that we, yeah, well, again, going with the whole Utah thing, I was pretty excited to see him back. Like, obviously, him and his badassery, and and so I'm like, that was something Carlos. I'm like, maybe I don't get the Culling games yet, or at least I didn't care to know every single detail of it. But I'm definitely really excited for all the fights coming up because yeah, when you have like fights like that, and then obviously Megumi, I always enjoy watching him fight like quite a bit, and I don't know. That's the one thing that I'm looking forward to this whole
Yeah.
season is to seeing like all that, and
Yeah.
then obviously this big plot at the end. But yeah,
Yeah, you know when Choso fought that one guy that was the runner up for the Senate clan, that fight to me, not that it was sloppy, but I wasn't impressed by it because I felt like I don't know, maybe it was the power of the guy where he's like his 24 frames, whatever. But it felt like I was missing some frames when I was watching that fight. I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah,
I don't know. Choso's still pretty cool though. Like I always love
I
yeah,
seeing
love
him at least
Choso.
coming at back at the end of that fight and
yeah.
coming up with the things he does, and
How
then
do the Choso hair today?
oh yeah, there you go. And then the disbelief of like how much blood does he have because he's just like what the heck, like dude,
Well,
it's like
yeah, because
an
he
hour.
thought he thought he was a normal person, and he's not.
No.
Mm-mm.
That was insane. Like, there's been so much blood already. Reminds me of The Shining with the elevator doors
It did
opening.
remind me
Yeah.
of The Shining.
Oh man. Well, no, man. Again, it's been great. You know, I wanted to do this because again, it's just I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk about such a great few episodes. Michelle, if you're not watching Hell's Paradise, it's a show that came back for its second season. That I think
Mm.
the second season's been really really good so far. So it's one that I
Yeah.
recommend that you get
Okay.
on ASAP.
Yeah.
It's
And then
produced by Mappa too, so animation quality's
It's
there. Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah.
and then the
I'll
one
check
that
it out.
when I started watching because Carlos mentioned it was Sentenced to Be a Hero. I came out of nowhere. He said it's like, hey, you guys should watch Sentenced to Be a Hero, and I'm like, sure. I have like an hour. Well, that was in the first episode was like an hour, but I was like, sure, I got an hour to waste. I started watching. That show's great.
Yeah.
It. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know what the how. It's weird, man. It's weird
it's
because it's
nothing
so good.
new. It's nothing new. Like you're gonna watch it and be like, oh, this is like revolutionary. Is this the combination, the monsters, the action, like,
Is this on
uh,
Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
yeah, Crunchyroll, yeah, for sure. And it's
I'm
English
gonna add
already, so
it.
it's easier to watch in
Um.
the sense of the
Okay, I
action.
just saved
It.
Hell's
Yeah.
Paradise, and
It's
this
only
is
like
what?
two episodes. Sentenced to Be a Hero.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Watch honestly for that one sentence to be a hero. Just watch the first 5 minutes and you'll know right away if it's for you or not.
I mean, it might be. It's action, drama, fantasy.
You like Dungeons and
Um,
Dragons, right? Yep.
I
Yeah.
do. I saw that, and it's exactly what I thought. I saw like how
Yeah.
this dude looked, and I was like, "This is very D and
Yeah.
D."
Oh
And
yeah,
and if
absolutely.
me and you want to start like a secret club about the main guy, let me know because I'm thirsty for him.
Banquo.
I'm thirsty for him.
You
Don't.
gooner.
Are you the leader?
Oh no, I'm the number
I was
one
gonna
gooner.
say. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no. Is there anything, Michelle? I don't know. Besides, I know you were doing your miniatures, but is there anything else that you are actually watching that you wanna just mention to me and Ramon on the side?
That I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. I really haven't been. Um, no, I haven't been watching anything new other than like I'm still trying to finish like Star Wars animated Clone Wars series because the new Darth Maul
Yeah.
show's coming out in April, right, of this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the
Yeah,
trailer for it.
so I'm trying to watch all of that, and I'm
You know,
barely like I'm towards the end of season 2 because I'm trying to like get through all of it before April.
it's kind of out of order, but then you kind of have to watch Rebels to get the true ending. But
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that too.
yeah, but I guess with this new show, it's probably better that you watch that and then go watch Rebels because then Rebels kind of spoils what happens to like Maul at the very
Mm,
end. Yeah,
okay,
Oh wow.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's really what I'm watching because like the other anime, I mean, other than Jujutsu Kaisen, like my other stuff is kind of like on hold until
Okay.
later in the year, like the stuff I was watching.
Can I ask you something? When you went to watch Jujutsu Kaisen the movie, where did it end? Did it end after like all the culling rules like got explained? Is that where it
It
ends?
ended where the second episode ended.
Okay, so the all like the
Yeah,
rules.
the
Okay.
rules. Yeah, technically, like, yeah, the first and second episode they released was exactly what was like where the movie ended.
Mm.
Man, can I say this? And I feel like they fucked up. Had they included this new episode in the movie, like that, if that had been the movie, dude, I think you would have gotten even me to like had paid to see it in like in an IMAX. I think that was like a big, and maybe that's why it's so good of an episode because maybe they were considering it and maybe they dropped it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
if they didn't do a Shibuya incident recap, they could have put all these
that's what I'm
episodes
saying.
in
Like,
one
it's
movie.
fun. Stop doing the like. Clearly, the people are there because like they know
They
They
where
already
already know
recap.
what's going
know.
on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
So
don't know. I was kind of hoping that more movies would have taken a similar approach like Demon Slayer did with their last ones, since it was so successful. But
yeah, people are mad at this latest episode because I guess like it didn't, and I sorry, that's like the people need to stop, but it was just kind of because they did not animate the panels, the manga panels exactly how they're presented in the manga, and people are like upset about that. It's like, dude,
It's
who
not the
cares,
manga.
man? Like, you don't have to follow like to the dot. That's the problem we had
no,
with One Punch Man, that people are so mad about like, oh, it need to do this, it need to do that, even though I haven't.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's just like they need to get over
I
that.
like, yeah. I mean, I'm not a manga reader, but like, I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
it's different.
It's two
It's the
forms.
way,
Yeah.
yeah, it's two
Yeah, two
different
forms.
kinds of forms. Like, honestly, the animation was cool because I don't know if they did this in the manga or not, Carlos, but like when she punched Naoya and they showed us like 4 or 5 different point of views, that was freaking cool. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that makes sense for an anime. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like this in the manga, and that's fine because it doesn't translate the same.
yeah. No, I heard that they animated this last episode. That was 5 chapters that they animated into it, which is like I had doubts that they could finish the Culling game in the next 24 episodes, or like really get to where it's leading. But I'm like, if they're going at this pace and it's this good of quality, like they might do it. And I think they're only doing 12 episodes and then possibly taking a break. Or I don't know, because Jujutsu Kaisen has a history of like just going for all 24 episodes at once or
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
remember. I don't
Yeah,
remember if I've seen what they plan to do with this one. I can't recall. I
yeah.
hope they go all 24.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, if you guys want to go, for me, it's like everything is like 99%. So I don't think we really have to stick around to like just get it there. But